between Shias and Sunni. Even you will see the people on the street here, the ones who are in the cars, who have nothing to do with Islam, but they have everything to do with humanity. They will also stand up with us.
Inshallah.
They will stand with us and they will put their voices with us. They will stand for the oppression on human beings that is happening. Did the Prophet give everything that he had so that today brothers can kill brothers? Did the Prophet bring the religion of Islam as the last of the prophets of 124,000 so that today our brothers can kill each other? Is this the reason why Quran is revealed? That in front of the mothers, the kids can be slaughtered? Is this the reason? Can any religion justify what has happened? This is not a religious issue. This is not an issue of sex. This is the case where human beings have gotten themselves lower than animals. Even animals will not do this to their own kind.
Shame! Shame! Shame!
Shame! Shame! Zardari!
Shame! Shame! Zardari!
Shame! Shame! Zardari!
Shame! Shame! Zardari!
Labbaik ya Hussein!
Labbaik ya Hussein!
Labbaik ya Hussein!
Labbaik ya Hussein!
This government use a little bit of common sense. Who is responsible to provide security, peace, comfort to the people? If there is a serial killer in large and the serial killer cannot be caught, and the serial killer is killing every single day, innocent people are dying, whose responsibility is it? It's the responsibility of the government, of the federal government, that they should stop this serial killer. If they cannot stop this serial killing of innocent people, then what's the point of sitting on the chair of authority? If you cannot do anything about it, if you cannot arrest the culprits, if you cannot put them and give them the justice, if you cannot give them the punishment, what is the point of you having this seat of authority? What is the point of you having a police? What is the point of you having all of the institutions that are supposed to provide security and peace for the people? What's the point? The point is so that they can have the corruption fill their pockets with the blood of the innocent. So that they can fill their bank accounts with the money stained with the blood of innocent. So that they can be named as president, vice president, minister. Remember, you have to die one day. Remember that your death would mean that every single thing that you have worked is finished, and what has started is the punishment of Allah. Everything you have to leave here. This government either resigns or provides the security and peace for the people that have elected them and given them the responsibility as public servants to help them. If they cannot do that, they must resign. We are waiting for that meeting. We are waiting for the last Hussein. This is the start. You see your minds, you see your heart. Your minds are wanting justice. Your minds are talking, are listening to intellect. Your minds want Quran. Your minds want tradition. Your minds want the sayings of the Prophet. Your minds want the sayings of Ahlul Bayt. Your minds want the lessons of Karbala. Your minds are standing against the oppressors and your heart is following. This is the beginning. This is the start for the coming of that man who will bring down the oppressed of our time. Who is going to bring down the oppressed? Who's going to bring down the oppressors? Who's going to support the oppressed? My brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching you. He's hearing you. Rasul's heart is bleeding. When he sees this picture, Rasul's heart bleeds right now. The heart of our Imam bleeds. We are here in solidarity to show our Imam that in your sadness, we share this sadness.
Labbaik ya Imam!
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 The ones who have kept silent, there are many people in GTA who did not show up today. But the ones who have shown up, you are not part of the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The one who stays quiet is as much responsible for the punishment of Allah as the one who oppresses. And we have to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the opportunity that we are not part of the ones who are going to be punished on the Day of Judgment, but we are going to be part of those people who are going to be rewarded for the time that they have spent. Do not be afraid. Do not think that this is not going to bring about results. You know, when the mother of that baby or child will see that people across thousands of miles away heard the cry of my baby, her heart will gain strength. When she will find out that her baby's blood, her child's blood, gave the strength to all of you around the world to come and put your voice against the oppressors, her heart is going to find comfort. When that person who was saying, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, he was one person thousands of miles away, said, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein. Today, all across the world, the lips, the tongues are saying, Ya Hussein.
Labbaik ya Hussein!
Labbaik ya Hussein!
Labbaik ya Hussein!
Labbaik ya Hussein!
Anything that you can do, support, help, whatever you can do. There are still orphans that need your support. There are widowers that need your support. If you can support through any of the NGOs, give your money, give them the comfort to at least have the facilities that you enjoy every single day without any problem. Give them an opportunity to have a bit of comfort for the saddened and broken hearts. Help them. Send them the request that let them know that you are with them. I am proud today to stand among you as your brother. I'm proud of you. And if my heart feels the pride, then I know that the heart of the Imam feels the pride. That look, after 1400 years after the sacrifice of Karbala, all of the lessons that were there, the most important one was, whenever an oppressor oppresses, the people stand up. People stood up. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give higher levels of the martyrs anywhere. We are Muslims first, and then we are from Quetta, or we are from Gilgit, or we are from Lahore, or we are from Karachi, or we are from any other place. We are Muslims first. And as a Muslim and as a brother and sister who dies, who's martyred as a Muslim, they are our relation. Look at your children. These are the faces of those children who were martyred. Look at your brothers. These are the faces of the brothers who were martyred in front of the sisters. Look at your relatives. They are nothing different than the ones who were martyred. If you shed tears, you shed tears until your eyes do not have sight. Allah will give you a reward for that you cannot imagine. These atrocities that were committed, have broken our hearts, inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who's watched us and seen us, will give us the reward, and the oppressors who are hearing will shake in their boots. Just one last time, if we can all call upon the Imam of the time. And when you say Labbaik Ya Hussein, it means to say yes to Hussein, to say yes to all of the principles of Hussein. So whatever strength that you've got left, and whatever strength that you have inside of your voice and your heart, let's all put it together. Let the whole world hear it, and have our hearts come with the strength, with the name of Hussein. With me? Labbaik Ya Hussein!
Now, one more, we need to add one more slogan. During the time of Imam Khomeini, when this conspiracy to divide Sunni and Shia was there, he has raised this slogan, and we will inshallah do that. He said, La Sunni, La Shia. So together with me, La Sunni, La Shia, Islamia, Islamia. 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 Labbaik Ya Hussein! 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 Now we are going to raise the slogan of Imam Hussein, Hai Haat Min Az-Zillah. Wherever you are there, raise your hand, and whatever voice you have, please, with all your strength, together. Hayhat min az-zillah! 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 Hayhat min az-zillah!
Jazakallah Hassan and Brother Siraj. Before we go on to our next speaker, I think what we have to understand, our world to be tarnished. Many of them follow the teachings of Ibn Abdul Wahhab. Let me give you a little bit of insight into his views when he was coming up with this cult, this ideology. In one of his letters, he outlines his views, and here are just a few points from which he says. He says that I have invalidated the four madhabs, that for 600 years, all Muslims have been unbelievers, that I have appropriated the right of absolute ijtihad to myself, that I have said, had I had the opportunity, I would have destroyed the shrine of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, that I have declared haram visitations to the grave of the Prophet, peace be upon him. This is what one of his teachers had to say to him, and this is a person that was in close contact with Abdul Wahhab. His teacher's name was Sheikh Muhammad ibn Sulaiman al-Kurdi, and he says, O Ibn Wahhab, I advise you, for the sake of Allah Ta'ala, to hold your tongue against the Muslims. You have no right to label the majority of Muslims as blasphemers, while you yourself have deviated from the majority of Muslims. In fact, it is more reasonable to regard the one who deviates from the majority as a blasphemer, and to regard the Muslims as a nation of blasphemers. With that, I would like to call up our next speaker. He's a well-known rights activist, as well as a founder and editor of the magazine you may have heard of, Crescent International. Brother Zafar Bangash.
Shem, 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 Taliban!
Shem, Shem, Taliban!
Shem, Shem, Rahman Malik!
Shem, Shem, Rahman Malik!
Shem, Shem, Shaitan Malik!
Shem, Shem, Shaitan Malik!
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. My respected brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I feel honored and humbled to be standing with you today at a time when you feel grieved and pained at the atrocities that have been perpetrated against innocent people in Pakistan. And I'm glad that a number of speakers have repeatedly stressed that the conflict is not between Shias and Sunnis, because I don't belong to the Shia sect. I was born as a Sunni, but I stand with you. And you have my word that anywhere that there is injustice in the world, that so long as I am alive, I will be with those that are oppressed.
Nare Takbir! Nare Takbir! Nare Takbir!
Whether that oppression takes place against innocent people in Pakistan, whether that oppression takes place against innocent people in Palestine, or in Iraq, or in Bahrain, or in the Arabian Peninsula, inshallah, as long as I am alive, my voice will not be silenced. But I want you to understand that in this tragedy, we as Muslims, instead of shedding tears, need to understand who our real enemies are. The real enemies are not your Sunni brothers. The real enemies are those that are the agents of the Zionists and the American criminals.
Yes.
We need to be very, very clear about this.
Absolutely right.
Some of our brothers have got placards over there, and I'm glad that they have referred to this man as Shaitan Malik. We do not want to call him Rahman Malik because Rahman is one of the attributes of Allah, and this man does not deserve to be called Rahman Malik.
Shem Shaitan Malik.
Shem Shaitan Malik.
Shem Shaitan Malik.
Shem Shaitan Malik.
We also need to hold the government of Pakistan accountable for its dereliction in protecting its own citizens. What is a government good for if it cannot provide protection to its own citizens? What kind of a government is it whose president would go on a trip to India when innocent people have been killed and the police and the military has taken no action against the criminals? We will not remain silent. We will not rest unless and until the perpetrators of these crimes are brought to justice.
Yes.
And it is through these kinds of efforts that we are making today. And let it not be the last time. We must make sure that we come out and that we can express our outrage at these barbaric actions that spring from the filthy minds of the Wahhabis in the Arabian Peninsula. As the brother said earlier, these Wahhabis do not represent Islam at all. They were created by the British colonialists, and today they are the agents of Zionism and imperialism. Yes. And unless and until we drive these criminals out of the Arabian Peninsula, I'm afraid we're not going to have peace in the Muslim world. But I think you need to take comfort in the fact that Muslims throughout the world are waking up. Muslims in Egypt, Muslims in Tunisia, Muslims in Bahrain, Muslims in Libya, Muslims in other parts of the world are rising up. And it is this awakening of the Muslims that scares the Zionists and the imperialist criminals. And our warning to them is that the day is not far when Muslims would take control of their own destiny in these lands, and they would restore the dignity and honor of the Muslim Ummah. And let me tell you why they have chosen Pakistan as the battleground. Because Pakistan is on the border with the Islamic Republic of Iran. It is to undermine the Islamic Republic of Iran that they have made Pakistan a battleground. They want to instigate a Shia-Sunni conflict so that the Muslims of Pakistan would not support the Islamic Republic of Iran. But I stand before you as witness. I'm not a Shia, but I stand before you as witness that I consider the Islamic Republic of Iran to be the only Islamic state in the world today.
Nare Takbir!
Allahu Akbar!
Nare Takbir!
Allahu Akbar!
Nare Takbir!
Allahu Akbar!
Because I have seen with my own eyes, and I have met the leadership of the Islamic Republic of Iran, and they represent the true values of Islam today. They make us proud of Islam. And this is what scares the Zionists and the American imperialists. And that is why it is very important that we as Muslims stand shoulder to shoulder. Whether you are Shia or Sunni, whether you are from the Hanafi Mazhab or the Shafi'i Mazhab, whatever Mazhab you follow, it does not matter. So long as we stand shoulder to shoulder, these enemies will tremble in their boots. And that day is not far, because you see that the atrocities they commit are in fact their last dying gasps, and they will drown in their own blood, not at our hands, but in fact at their own hands. We don't have to kill them. They will see the error of their ways. So long as we, as Muslims, remain faithful to our deen, so long as we remain faithful to our Quran, so long as we remain faithful to the message of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his Ahlul Bayt, so long as we remain faithful, no power on earth can defeat us. So my brothers and sisters, I want to congratulate you for coming out here, for showing your concern, for standing up for the oppressed. You have given voice to the oppressed. You have shown that honor. You have shown that integrity. You have shown that courage. You have shown that you are people of commitment. And this is a great honor for you and your families that you are out here. And as a consequence, our voice is going to reach across the oceans. It will reach to the tyrants in Islamabad. It will reach to the tyrants in Riyadh. It will reach to the tyrants in Manama in Bahrain. And inshallah, I see that day. And I pray to Allah to give me long enough life that I see the day when Muslims would take their own destiny in their own hands. And they will not only liberate Pakistan and the Arabian Peninsula, but we will march together to liberate Palestine and Al-Quds. Nara Takbir!
Allahu Akbar!
Nara Takbir!
Allahu Akbar!
Nara Takbir!
Allahu Akbar!
Thank you very much, brothers and sisters. May God bless you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Muslim united will never be defeated. The Muslim
United will never be defeated. The Muslim united will never be defeated. The Muslim united will never be defeated. The Muslim united will never be defeated.
raise your hand and say together, the Muslim
United will never be defeated. The Muslim united will never be defeated. The Muslim united will never be defeated. The Muslim united will never be defeated. The Muslim united will
Jazakallah. Jazakallah, Brother Zafar, for that powerful message. At this point in time, we're coming to a wrap in our protest, and to end it off, I would like to call our brother Adil Akif to read out the demands and the memorandum that we have for the Pakistani government. Please welcome him with a loud salawat.
Assalamu alaikum. I wanted to read this resolution, and as we are speaking it, the Pakistani Consulate, which is right behind us, has been opened specially to receive this protest memorandum from all of you. And these are the demands that have been made to the Pakistani government today here in Toronto, in Ottawa, in Washington DC, in Los Angeles, in Calgary, Edmonton, Vancouver. And inshallah there are other protests planned as well if these demands are not met. So I'll go ahead and read these demands to you, which all of us are presenting to the Pakistani government. We, the Muslims residing in Canada, regardless of our ethnicity, race or sect, have gathered together to pass these resolutions. Number one, this representative gathering of Muslims in Toronto unanimously denounces the terrorism going on in Pakistan. This gathering rejects extremist elements that have bombed public places, mosques, imam bargas, and shrines related to both Shia and Sunni school of thoughts, and have no respect for human life. We would like to pass this resolution for fundamental steps to be taken by the government of Pakistan. Number one, this representative gathering demands that killing in Parachina, Quetta, Karachi, Dera Khan, and Gilgit Baltistan and all parts of Pakistan should stop immediately, and the government of Pakistan should provide medical and other relief goods to the families and survivors. Number two, we demand that the government of Pakistan provides security to Shia Muslims and others who are the targets of these murderers. Number three, we demand that the government of Pakistan arrest the perpetrators, masters, planners, suppliers and financiers of the Chilas and Quetta and all other similar incidents and punish them to the full extent of the law. We demand immediate lifting of media censorship under the freedom of press laws so that full coverage can be provided to the plight of victims and the truth can be exposed in detail. Number five, this representative gathering demands an immediate lifting of curfew imposed in Gilgit and demands that all air, land and communication links should be stored immediately. We give the government of Pakistan 15 days, and these are the 15 days that have been given to the government by the Shia ulama in Pakistan, by the representatives in UK, by the representatives in London, by the representative in Washington DC, and again we are part of that unified body of protesters. So we are giving the 15 days to the government of Pakistan to arrest the barbaric murderers. If the arrests are not made, we will hold larger and regular protests, and I hope that inshallah each one of you standing here will make that commitment. There is something we have to do. We cannot stay silent, and you are responsible for the least we can do is stand up for these innocent victims that were murdered in the name of our Imam. Their shirts were taken off and the signs of matam were shown on the body. So whoever had a sign of matam either on his chest or on the back, those were the people. They would raise the slogan of Shia Kafir, Shia Kafir, Shia Kafir. They would take them aside and they would start, as their wives and children held these, they took out their eyes, they smashed their heads with rock as these people cried, Ya Hussein, just for the signs of matam. And I can tell you, if you take off your shirts right now, inshallah those signs of matam are on your chest. I know they're on mine and I know they're on yours. So if you've raised the hand in matam ever in your life, it is your duty to side with these people who were killed for having these signs of matam on their chest and on their backs. So we demand that if these people are not arrested in the 15 days, we will take our case to the United Nations International Court of Justice, and we will use all, in terms of all these protests, we will continue organizing them, and we will not stay silent. So the government of Pakistan must arrest these perpetrators. If you agree with these demands, then please repeat after me. Nara Takbir!
Allahu Akbar!
Nara Takbir!
Allahu Akbar!
Nara Risala!
Hussein!
killed, specifically in Pakistan. And I would encourage you at that same time to please recite Surah Fatiha and 3 times Surah Ikhlas for the Shuhada and for all Marhumeen. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us this opportunity and blessing us with the insight to stand and come here and be in unity for those who don't have a voice, to become a voice for those who are voiceless. At the same time, we also appreciate the efforts of the media, the police, and all those other organizers that were here, making sure that everything was running smoothly, as well as all the different Sunni and Shia organizations and the mu'mineen who participated in this program. Just before we finish it off with the dua for our 12th Imam, there's a request to please return the posters, the placards to the back over here. There's a drop box, as well as the black bands that some of you have, to all the volunteers. Either you can drop it off in the drop box over here, or you can find a volunteer wearing the vest and you can give it to them. As well, let's leave an impression here. Please pick up your garbage. There are things on the ground, water bottles, etc., whatever it might be. Please pick it up. There is a garbage bag here. If you can't find the garbage bag, please take it with you in the car and dispose of it after, or in the garbage can. We don't want to come here and leave it as a mess more than it was before, and show them what we are as followers of the true Islam. Let's finish off this program with the recitation of the dua for our 12th Imam, and pray for his reappearance so that we can finally have that true justice for which every heart yearns for. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma kulli waliyika al-Hujjat ibn al-Hasan. Salawatuka alayhi wa ala وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا. Loud salawat, please.
इसमें आप साइन कीजिएगा मेमोरेंडम में, और इसमें बहुत सारी जो तंजीमें आई हुई हैं शिया और सुन्नी सारे, उनके नुमाइंदगान के नाम और ये सब कुछ भी हैं, और हुकूमत पाकिस्तान के सामने हम अपनी ऑफिशियल जो शिकायत है वो आपसे रजिस्टर करें। तो प्लीज़ इस पर शाह साहब साइन कर दें और ये आप हमसे रिसीव करवाएं। ये पेन अशर साहब पेन और डेट डाल दीजिए आज।
Zafar bhai, I would like to ask you if you can say a few words.
Yeah, come here जी। और ये हम रख लेंगे, और ये आप फाइल शाह साहब आप रख लीजिए, इसमें तमाम तफसील है। और
Rest assured जी, आपका in a most effective manner that we can do, keeping in view the diplomatic norms, ये मैसेज आपका गवर्नमेंट ऑफ पाकिस्तान को कन्वे होगा। एंड रेस्ट अश्योर्ड हम इसमें पूरा अपने ड्राफ्ट में ख्याल करेंगे कि आपके ख्यालात की, फीलिंग्स की, रिजर्वेशंस की हम उसमें रिफ्लेक्शन दे सकें।
और प्लीज़ ये भी उनको कन्वे कर दीजिएगा कि ये सिर्फ शिया और सुन्नियों का मामला नहीं है, इस रैली में शिया और सुन्नी दोनों हजरात शामिल हैं, क्योंकि ये इस्लाम का मसला है, पाकिस्तान का मसला है, इंसानियत का मसला है, और इस लिहाज से हम सबको सख्त तशवीश है कि ऐसे मज़ाक जो है पाकिस्तान में हो रहा है, हमारी जिम्मेदारी है कि जो लोग जवानी उनसे उनकी जो लीगल जो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज हैं गवर्नमेंट की, वो उसको फुलफिल करें। अगर वो नहीं होगा तो जाहिर है पूरी सोसाइटी जो है, माशरा जो है, डिसइंटीग्रेट, इससे हम सबको जो है वो होगी, परेशानी होगी। कि इट्स एक्सट्रीमली इम्पॉर्टेंट that the government of Pakistan realizes its responsibility and takes steps.
Rest assured that the that your concern, your opinion, your thoughts, your feelings would be conveyed to the most effective that we can do.
Thank you. You seem to be a very nice person. How come you can serve these people?
Who people?
That's, you know, Shaitan Malik and this and that. Really? Really?
देखिए,
You seem to be a very, very educated person.
मैं पहले भी कह चुका हूँ. मेरे ख्याल में पिकिंग में मेरी आमद हुई थी लास्ट ईद रमज़ान पे कि ऐसा नहीं है कि इट इज़ बिटवीन शिया एंड सुन्नी और जो काम हो रहा है वो किसी और क्वार्टर से हो रहा है. हाँ, ये हम ज़रूर कह सकते हैं कि शायद हमसे एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव कोताहियाँ हो रही हैं जिनको वी नीड टू करेक्ट. बट इट इज़ नॉट लाइक दैट एज यू सेड कि जी कोई गवर्नमेंट ओरिएंटेड या इनिशिएटेड